sunsets, and a little bit cooler at 59 degrees with mostly cloudy conditions, but overall a little bit warmer to what we were. So local temps, 58 Valdosta, 52 Thomasville, a little bit cooler spots, and low 50s and upper 50s dominating the area. Nothing much showing up on precipitation-wise, just some higher clouds, making it a little bit warmer tonight as some of that radiation won't leave. Our weather pattern, we have a low pressure and a cool front that will form into the panhandle and bring some moisture into us, perhaps a marginal chance of some stronger thunderstorms overall, just some rain and some cooler conditions. So anyways, our top stories, a new Gulf storm spring showers here Friday, a low pressure will develop and you'll get some rain. Temperatures cool again after a front passes overnight on Friday and some cloudy conditions on Sunday. And once again, more unsettled weather to start next week as we get some troughs and some disturbances moving into our area. We're overall nothing too crazy. Now we're going to hand it over to David.
Thank you, Hayden, and good evening, Tallahassee. Welcome to FSU, Thursday edition of FSU Weather. I'm student meteorologist David Stoltz, and yes, we're going to have some rain on Friday as we have a storm system that comes out of the Gulf of Mexico and actually puts us in a warm sector in between the warm front and the cold front, and there will be a chance of severe weather, just a marginal chance at this point. The Storm Prediction Center has given the panhandle of Florida a marginal risk for severe weather as that storm system passes by. And after the cold front goes through, we'll have continued cool temperatures Sunday through the beginning of next week, and I believe all of next week actually. So this cool weather will continue, and we'll have some more sunshine after the front passes. You may have noticed today that there's a lot of cloud cover today, and that sun just couldn't peek through and get our temperatures higher than they were. But yes, we're looking forward to another dousing of cool air. Not as cold as this past week, but we will continue to have cool temperatures. And those lows will probably be in the upper 30s and low 40s after the front passes by. And we have some games that we're going to talk about during our show today, and we're going to talk about winter weather. So I'm going to hand things now off to Hayden, who's going to talk about our local weather. What's going on, Hayden?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So in our forecast, we're definitely going to see some of that front start to approach. Some conditions overnight. We'll start to get a little bit of showery, and we'll slowly transition into a more steady rain, and then we'll clear out for the weekend, and it'll be a pleasant time, just a little bit chilly. And this is the indications we're talking about, some clouds in our area breaking up, but they will start to thicken up as we get into some of that warmer air, as Dave was talking about. We'll be in the warm sector, so do expect these temperatures to cool off a little bit, but we're going to be a lot warmer tomorrow. Highs will be in the 70s for sure. So current local temps, 59 Tallahassee, 63 St. Mark's, and a little bit cooler going up to Georgia with highs, current temperatures in the 50-degree mark, and that's what we can expect, a little bit cooler conditions to our north. The dew points are still pretty dry, but look how much warmer they are compared. So a couple days ago, we were talking about dew points in the 30s, low 30s. Now we have dew points 52, 57 Apalachicola, and much warmer air and moist air is coming in from the southwest. So we can expect dew points probably reaching the mid-60s starting tomorrow morning. So definitely you're going to feel the humidity a little bit more, but nothing we can't handle here in Florida. But as of right now, no rain is on it, so we are fine. Clear skies away from Panama City, Bluntstown, all the way across to Lake City. It's going to be a nice drive on I-10. Our future radar, some patchy over higher clouds, and then we can start to see lower clouds start to thicken up. And it looks like we have some heavier showers coming in around 12. And of course, we have a squall line coming in around 6 o'clock. So it looks like there's going to be 2 batches we're going to have to consider. We're going to have some morning rain. We'll have to keep an eye on that because it might take away some of the stability for our stronger, bigger line comes in, especially here in Thomasville and Georgia. It looks like it might be a little bit stronger with that low pressure. So we'll keep an eye on it, but right now, nothing too concerning. Strong winds are the main concern. Hail and tornadoes, unlikely. Tonight's lows, 54 degrees, so not dropping off too much from where we are, indicating that warm sector. Much warmer along the coastline, and Georgia seeing lows in the lower 50s, so cooler there, but overall nothing, pretty seasonal, nothing to what we've seen before. Tomorrow we will be approaching 70 degrees, thunderstorms in the area, mid-70s to the south. Watching the severe sector, over in our southern counties, and a stronger squall line up in Georgia too. So definitely keep an eye on it. Just follow us on Twitter and our webpage, and we will keep you updated. Make sure there's nothing too menacing coming, which we do not anticipate. Anyways, 52 degrees tonight, east wind at 4 miles per hour, and tomorrow's forecast, thunderstorms, 70 degrees. Once again, a southerly wind, so definitely will get warmer. And now we're going to hand it off to David.
Yes, thank you, Hayden. Not a huge severe risk, but there is a chance because we're in that warm sector. And now we're going to take a look at Florida, and here we go. Current temperatures around Florida on the mild side, actually very comfortable. Up here in Pensacola, it is 61 degrees. Here in Tallahassee, 59 degrees. And as you move down the peninsula, things do warm up a little bit, but still on the mild side. This is just absolutely just beautiful, comfortable temperatures. 65 in Orlando and West Palm Beach, my hometown, 72. And the warm spot, actually there's two warm spots, Miami and Key West at 71 degrees. And how about these dew point temperatures? They have come up a little bit. They're still on the comfortable side. 52 here in Tallahassee for a dew point temperature, 54 in Orlando, and Miami, 55 dew points. So we're still on that. It's not humid out. It's still comfortable air. And look what's coming into the picture for the tomorrow. We still have the storm system coming up out of the Gulf of Mexico, and that's going to be our next weather maker for Panhandle and the rest of Florida. As the storm moves across, it will bring a cold front that will swing through and continue with our cool air. Currently, there are some showers over the Gulf of Mexico. Nothing making it to the coast here yet, but as that storm system makes its way to the east-northeast, it will bring showers and storms with it for tomorrow. And up here in the Panhandle, just cloud cover for now. Some showers off to our west in Alabama and Mississippi. Nothing to talk about here yet. And here's the showers I was talking about just a moment ago in the Gulf of Mexico. Slowly making their way to Cedar Key. So it looks like there's a little bit of showers coming on shore there at Cedar Key, but as far as the rest of North Florida, just some thick cloud cover, but no precipitation at this time. And in Central Florida and over here north of Lake Okeechobee, no precipitation to talk about, and actually it looks like it's clear down here in the Keys and Homestead and Miami area. So here's the storm system over the next 48 hours. Low pressure moves off to the northeast, dragging behind it that cold front that will bring us increased chance of showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow. Probably somewhere between the 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock time frame. Those storms will probably make their way through the Tallahassee area, and there'll be actually a squall line out ahead of the cold front that will probably produce some showers and storms as it makes way through Central Florida. And tomorrow's highs around Florida, just absolutely beautiful. If you're in South Florida, they're not going to have any of the rain activity yet, so Miami will have a high of 78. There in Tampa, 77. And up here in the North Florida, we'll have that front approaching, which will give us shower and thunderstorm activity, so we'll have a high of about 70 degrees here in Tallahassee. And the future radar for okay. So I think we're going to turn things off to the desk and talk about winter weather with Hayden.
Yes. So as the graphic kind of showed, that is what our next potential for snow is. That low pressure that's going to be developing around the Mobile Bay and New Orleans is going to strengthen as it moves up the eastern seaboard. It's going to start interacting with some baroclinic instability. So what baroclinic instability is, it's a measure of the temperature difference and its amount of energy that a cyclone, an extratropical cyclone, not a tropical cyclone, can deliver. So what we're seeing that Euro model right now is that deepening low pressure around the cold side in the northwest of it. So anywhere from Maine to New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, expect 3 to 5 inches, and as we head inland, we expect 8 to 12, and then of course over a foot up into Maine where it's the strongest. So like I said, that is going to one model run. That's not necessarily a forecast, but it just shows you the potential. And then now we're going to head to our American model, the GFS, and it's showing a similar picture, a little bit less robust on the snow totals, which I think is a little bit more reasonable right now. We expect 1 to 3 in central Massachusetts. Southern New Hampshire and Vermont can expect around 5 to 8 inches. And then, of course, getting up into upper Maine and around Presque Isle, probably 8 to 12 inches. So, I mean, that is a heavy amount of snowfall. Snow, it takes up a lot of volume. So you definitely get your snow shovels ready and some winter weather. Make sure your car is warm, as we talked about yesterday. Don't get stuck out there. So once again, we'll go through our future radar. You'll see that warm front kind of come with that low pressure. You really start to see it. It's going to spin up rapidly, and we're going to get some cold air on that backside, that low pressure, and that's when we expect to see a lot of that snow. So it looks like Saturday night or afternoon will be our heaviest snowfall. So just make sure you stay inside, stay off the roads, especially if you're anywhere west of the I-95 corridor. We'll probably expect snow, and if you're east of I-95, you're going to be in that rain sector until we get some snow flurries on the backside of it. But our heavy snowfall by far is going to be in inland New England. Just keep an eye out. It looks like we will get a pretty significant nor'easter, and the first one of the year in actuality. So now we're going to hand it over off to our wall, and we're going to see what forecast we have next.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at the national picture now and see what's going on. As far as the rest of the United States, we took a look at Florida and our local forecast. And currently, around the nation, high pressure is pretty much dominating the western half of the United States. There's no storm systems out here. The only storm system that we really have to talk about over the lower 48 is this low pressure system down here in the Gulf of Mexico that will make its way to the northeast, bringing a warm front up ahead of it, and then a cold front behind, which will usher in cooler air for our area as well as the southeast once we get past all this rain and showers tomorrow and stuff. And it's actually going to move up, like Hayden was saying, the storm's going to move up into the New England area and give somebody 6 to 12 inches of snow. We'll have to see where that happens, but yes, that storm is going to make its way up there. In the current radar, you see that there are showers associated with that storm system. Winds out of the southwest there bring shower activity into parts of Tennessee, northern Georgia, and parts of Alabama. And eventually this will make its way into our area tomorrow and give us an enhanced chance of showers and storms. Here's a closer look at that low pressure, currently located in the southern part of Louisiana. And you see there's some shower activity here. This will really begin to deepen and ramp up over the next 24 hours, and eventually we'll have that cold front come through our area and give us a chance of severe weather and just increased showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow afternoon. And up here in the Tennessee, Nashville area, you see just some light showers through Nashville, maybe a little bit heavier stuff here near Huntsville, Alabama, and up towards Pittsburgh and Columbus. Right now, it just looks like the showers are slowly making their way up into the Ohio Valley, and there might be some mixed precipitation here in the higher elevations of northern parts of West Virginia and Northwest. We have a low pressure system off the coast here, bringing in with it a little bit of shower activity into parts of Washington State and Oregon, but nothing heavy yet in the mountains there. And the big picture, temperatures currently is on the cold side, up in Minneapolis at 38 degrees. This cool air is going to come down behind this cold front that will eventually come through. And it's not really super cold like it was this past week, so it won't be, I don't see Tallahassee getting below freezing this time, just in the upper 30s and 40s. And up in the northwest, cold weather. It is winter, coming up on winter time, coming to the end of fall, so you can see the temperatures reflect the time of season that we are in currently. The warm spot is on the southeast, or Tallahassee 59 and Miami 71. And over in Southern California, Los Angeles 73 degrees, so really comfortable temperatures the further you go south. Dew points, very dry, very, very dry out west, as usual. They're still contending with fires out here in the west. You might not hear it on the news, but there's still fires out there. And as far as the southeast goes, this is probably where you'll find the highest dew points in the southeast. We're ahead of that cold front which come in. So we're going to look at future radar in the northeast. You can see that storm system racing off to the northeast, bringing snow and shower activity. And in the southeast, we have a storm system making its way through, clearing out, and will give us sunny skies once we get past tomorrow. And so, yep, we're going to look at the northwest. Future radar, not much to talk about. Pretty much clear skies. High pressure is dominating out there. And tonight's lows is going to be on the cold side if you're up here in parts of North Dakota and Minnesota. But as you move further south, we get a little bit warmer here in New Orleans at 53 degrees. But you can see the a lot of the cold temperatures have just made their way across most of the United States. And if you live in Florida, that's the warm spot where you have lows in the upper 50s and highs tomorrow. Warm spot obviously is the southeast here of Florida, 78 in Miami. Move out to Texas, you can see a temperature of 58 here, Dallas, Fort Worth, and a little bit colder up here in Salt Lake City at 39. So temperatures are almost about where they should be this time of year, and we'll continue to move closer to winter. So I'm going to pass things off now to Hayden, who's going to take a look at, I believe, local forecast again.
Yes, we're taking a look at that local forecast. And Dave was talking about those really low temperatures, and it's crazy. We were there a day ago. We were 28 degrees, so that weather has moved off from us, thankfully. But we were just there, and we're just starting now. Rebound. We're 59 degrees, mostly cloudy. We will be getting a little bit warmer. We won't be dropping off too much because, like I said, we will be in a warm sector of a warm front coming up. 59 currently though, 63 in St. Mark's, and a little bit cooler into the lower 50s in Georgia. So definitely if you're taking the dog out for a walk, if you're heading to the park, you have a sporting event for your kid, definitely need a light jacket, but shouldn't need anything more than that. Our dew points are slowly creeping up, probably maxing out in the lower 60s before that cold front comes through. But overall, it's pretty comfortable out there. Definitely no humidity, especially here in southern Georgia. Donaldsonville, 47 your dew point. That's great. Our radars popping up some ground clutter due to the NWS radars. That's pretty cool to see, but nothing overall too much. You probably will see some showers in Panama City coming up in a couple of hours, and especially overnight. And this will progress west, but as of right now, nothing's clear. And so you probably won't need your umbrella until tomorrow morning. And that's what our future radar shows. Nothing's really popping up until 8 o'clock. We see some showers and heavier storms in Apalachicola. And then we have our squall line that might contain the severe weather coming in around 6 o'clock. As of right now, just after your rush hour, so hopefully everyone gets home. Get inside and make some dinner, and the storms will be gone in 20 minutes. Some heavy rainfall for sure and some strong winds, but nothing too strong, hopefully. And you just have a good Friday night because it's going to clear up and it'll start to cool off a little bit. Anyways, right now, 52 degrees. Sky is clearing for thickening back up. East wind to 4 miles per hour, a pretty light wind. And this is what I was talking about, your dog walk forecast, look how happy he is. And he will be happy to take him for a walk. I recommend 9 a.m. when it's not raining at 60 degrees, and then of course, noon to 3 p.m. Should have some showers. It looks like after 3 p.m. probably the worst of your weather to walk your dog between 3 and 6. But noon, you'll probably be okay, just some sprinkles here and there. So anyways, for the week ahead, we will say unsettled. Sunday, you have some showers in our area again approaching. Monday clearing up, but overall, it's pretty nice weather. We do get a little bit chilly later on to next week as we get some radiational cooling, some clear skies. Our lows will say comfortable seasonal and 46, 39 degrees. It's overall a lot of sunshine. But anyways, yeah, definitely good weather for students studying in the finals. Definitely something to keep an eye out of. Some rain on Sunday. But all looks pretty good. Now we're going to send it over to David.
All right, yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you for that local look and what's going on with our weather. And now we're going to turn things over to the sports world and we'll talk about a couple ACC games that are going on this weekend. The first game we have is Notre Dame versus Syracuse, and their kickoff time is at 2:30. You can expect sunny skies, but it's going to be on the chilly side. I do believe you're going to need a jacket for that one. So hopefully Notre Dame continues to remain with their record. They are ranked number 2, and so let's see if they can continue by beating Syracuse on Saturday. And here we have Clemson versus Virginia Tech. Clemson is ranked number 3, I believe. I could be wrong, but anyways, they're going to take on Virginia Tech, and it looks like it's going to be rainy, so you're going to need an umbrella or your poncho for this game. Kickoff is at 7:30, and the temperature around that time is 39. And as the game progresses, it's going to get colder. You're going to need a winter jacket by the time you leave the game. At 11:30, we're mostly cloudy skies and 33 degrees. Go Hokies. Miami at Duke, playing at Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham. You can expect at 1 o'clock, you can expect rainy skies and 53 degrees. You're going to need a jacket there, probably a poncho also. And as the game progresses, it's going to remain rainy and probably just be cloudy by the time the game ends. at 5 p.m. With a temperature of 49 degrees. And off to the NFL, Dolphins versus the Bengals. Looks like it's going to be sunny with a high 77 in Miami at 1 p.m. kickoff. And probably just, you might need some sunglasses, and you probably won't need a jacket for that because those are nice temperatures. So Dolphins and Bengals, go Dolphins. And Jaguars at the Vikings, and this is another cold weather one. 1 p.m. kickoff, expect 38 degrees as the game progresses, and at the end, 5 p.m. when the game's over, expect mostly clear skies, but it's going to be cold at 34 degrees. And our last game we'll talk about is the Saints and the Falcons. 1 o'clock kickoff, you expect clear skies and 53 degrees in Atlanta, Georgia. And by the time the game is over, 5 p.m., you expect partly cloudy skies and 52. You will need a jacket for that one. And now I want to move over to the wall and talk about what's going on in the southeast. And what exactly is going on in the southeast? Well, probably going to see a storm system move through the southeast tomorrow as this low pressure comes out of the Gulf of Mexico. But current temperatures around the southeast are on the mild side. I mean, it's a little chilly up here in Little Rock at 44 degrees, and here in Tallahassee at 59. Charleston 53, and as you move down to the southern part of Florida, Miami is 71. So it's mild temperatures, not as cold as it was the past about 48 hours ago, and those dew points are a little bit on the rise because we have that storm system moving out of the Gulf of Mexico, pumping up moist, warm air. So our dew points come up to 52 in Tallahassee, but these are still very comfortable. Even 55 in Miami, that is still comfortable air mass to be in. And as far as the winds go, ahead of the cold front, they're out of the southwest here in New Orleans at 7 miles per hour. Calm in Tallahassee currently, but tomorrow the winds will begin to pick up as that cold front approaches. And Nashville winds out of the west at 5 miles per hour. So pretty much over the peninsula of Florida, light winds except for down Miami off the ocean there at 10 miles per hour. Looking at the regional radar, just some light shower activity making its way through the Tennessee and Ohio valleys ahead of the storm system that is in the Gulf of Mexico. We have some showers lingering here, moving towards the east-northwest, towards Cedar Key. Some of them are coming on shore, so you might see a shower or two. I'm going to zoom in to South Florida and the Keys here. It looks like there's rain-free in the Keys and Miami. Move up to Central Florida here at Cedar Key and see some showers moving ashore and off the coast of Georgia and South Carolina. Looks clear for now, but that will change as that storm system moves closer to them as it comes out of the Gulf of Mexico. And on here it shows that storm system making its way to the northeast, and we have showers ahead of the front and probably some strong storms with it. Maybe the main threat being gusty winds. Don't foresee any tornado activity or hail, just gusty winds with these storms as they move through. And we're going to look at tonight's lows around the southeast. It's going to be on the chilly side. You might need a jacket if you go outside for a walk or go out there with a dog or go on a date. 36 in Little Rock, Arkansas here, 47 Montgomery, Alabama, 51 here in Tallahassee, and as always, the warm spot down in Miami at 66. And tomorrow's temperature is going to be very nice over the state of Florida, very mild, 77 in Tampa and Orlando. And we're going to have that rain activity come through the Panhandle in the afternoon. So our temperatures will be on the mild side, but it will be rainy out and cloudy. But once the front moves through, we'll have that cooler weather come through and the continued low dew points. So it'll be very nice once this front moves through. I'm going to pass it off to Hayden now, who's going to take a look at our local weather one more time.
Yeah, really looking at that local forecast, and beautiful. It's conditions over Doka, of course, but are hour by hour. If you were out this morning, it was definitely chilly, 37 degrees, nothing to squint at, especially here in Florida. And we did warm up a little bit to the afternoon, peaking around 65 degrees. Although, do you know, we didn't start warming up till 12, and there was some really heavy cloud cover, so that kept us quite cool and damp overall. It did warm up, and we are starting to get to a warmer pattern for at least the next 24 hours before we start to cool off a bit again with that cold front. Once again, nothing popping up on Interstate 10 or I-75, so it's a clear commute for the truckers. Look at this little cool graphic. You can see the precipitation falling over the Gulf of Mexico, some light rain, and then also some thunderstorm potential as it starts to migrate over into Panama City into tomorrow morning. Anyways, our future radar, high clouds, starting to get some low clouds replaced by around 6 a.m. or so. And it looks like we'll start to get some showers in by 10, some rain by 2 o'clock, and then our squall line will come in around 5 or 6 o'clock with our highest chances of some heavy rains and some lightning and some strong winds. Overall, hopefully nothing too strong. And our parameters don't look like they're going to be there. We will not have a lot of Cape, 70 degrees, not a lot of instability per se in the atmosphere. A little bit more instability, 74 Apalachicola, but Thomasville is going to be around 72. So it looks like we're going to have some upper level energy in Georgia, and it's not going to quite match up with the warmer air in southern Florida. And so that's why our severe weather risk is going to be fine. And we just expect thunderstorms, just to break it down for you. Our dog walk forecast, once again, you should be safe anywhere between before noon where it's 69 degrees and some rain. Definitely you want to go out in the morning when it's a little bit cooler. Maybe refreshing for the dog, and it's going to be sunnier as those conditions have now come in. And it looks like here we're going to have Virginia Tech and Clemson. This will be Saturday night here, and the temperatures will actually be in the mid-30s for that game. This is an old clip from the Florida State Clemson game that never happened, of course. I think we all remember that. Definitely won't be 79 in Blacksburg, Virginia, to say the least. Anyways, our week ahead, we have to get through that rain on Friday, some thunderstorms. Make sure to bring an umbrella, bring a poncho if you're going to anything. And then Saturday, it looks like we start to get a little sunnier and cooler. We have some showers coming with our next little upper level trough. And then we'll say pretty sunny conditions in the low 60s and lows in the mid 30s, so quite chilly. We definitely are heading into time of finals, so definitely something to keep an eye out. And now we're going to head over to our desk here, and we're going to close it off to the show for you. So definitely, we're starting to get to that winter time of the year. There's no doubt about it, and that definitely is reflecting that 7-day, Saturday and Sunday, 62, and Sunday 60 degrees, lows in the mid-40s, starting to get into the mid-30s by later this week. Definitely jacket weather. You don't want to be out there without a sweater, and especially if you're from South Florida and it's a little cool for you, you might want to bring a winter jacket. I think it's even arguable that you should wear it. But we're starting to get to winter break, and definitely follow us on Twitter, FSU Weather. Show us your vacation pictures, any weather you see. Like us on Facebook at FSU Weather, of course. That is our main mode of information, you guys. And of course, we're on YouTube. That's where we do all our forecasts, so you can watch recorded videos too if you want to know weather to pass. And follow us on Instagram. Show us, again, pictures of your Christmas trip coming up, any snowfall, especially if you're any reviewers in the Boston area. We're going to start seeing some precip coming down, maybe some heavy snowfall, so definitely want to see that here. And I'm student meteorologist Hayden Wilder. Have a great day.